tell us which players you think are going to round out the top 3 picks here. Like, the rest of the lottery bets aren't out just yet, but just give me your opinion here.
So OKC is always the wild card. They're going to do what they believe is right, just like they surprised everyone and took Josh Giddey at 6 last year, and it worked out for them. He had a really good year. He just missed out on – he was probably the odd man out in terms of making first-team all-rookie. So they won't be afraid to surprise you. Holmgren does fit the timeline here because they can take their time with him, and they're just looking to get as high as the lottery as they can, with as many high lottery picks as they can every year for the next 5 years if they need to, unless they get good before then. So they're doing what Philly did. They just give us the best ping pong balls and we'll take the highest rated prospect regardless of position. So Holmgren falls to them at 2. I feel like that's really tough to pass on to just see what he would become. There's already some early articles and reports from good NBA draft writers saying that they like Paolo Banchero, who's a good player, but I just don't see. There's 2 guys with the higher ceilings, and it's Holmgren and Smith, and then a gap, and then Banchero. So I think OKC just has to take who's left over there, and then we'll see about Houston. It's probably then the 3rd one left over.
I mean, Collin, it's like top 3 guys. They're almost like locked in, right? It's just got to figure out an order for them.
Yeah, exactly. This is a 3-man draft. And by the way, it's not super deep behind those 3 anyway. It's not like there's 10 guys that are all kind of the same. I think it's actually a pretty poor draft after that. And even with the 3 guys that are at the top, I'm not sure we're seeing perennial all-stars here. I like Banchero a little bit more than Julian does. I think what we saw him early in the year, particularly in that game against Gonzaga in Las Vegas, where Duke hadn't really figured out who they were yet. He was athletic, explosive. He could make the 3. He was really doing things on both ends of the court. And it seems like the Duke system, which is the Duke system under 40 years of Coach K, really took some of the flash and shine out of his game. He was sort of being asked to be like 1 of 5 instead of being somebody special. I think he's got that special athleticism in him. I think he could be a really, really good player in the league. So how you rank these guys 1 through 3, the thing with Smith, though, is he's 6'10" and he shoots 42% from 3. Like, that is really hard to pass on. So I still think Orlando makes a mistake and goes with Holmgren at 1. The analytically inclined, both teams, Rockets and Thunder, are pretty analytically inclined. I think they'll go Jabari 2 and Banchero 3, just because a 6'10" guy who can shoot the corner 3 and defend like Smith does, that is like the elite 3-and-D guy in the league. So I think that's kind of the model that they're looking for. So we'll see what they do. But yeah, it's 3, and then after that, you're really kind of rolling the dice a little bit.